Check, check, check. There we go. Okay, wonderful. We have audio now. My apologies. I'm using a different computer and it decided to, um, it just decided to fucking import my stuff from the other machine. Check, check. There we go. Okay, wonderful. Yes, we have audio. Okay. All right. Is anybody in the world watching? I have no idea. Um, let's go. Let's go and check the chat here, because it's showing me. Yep. Go ahead and leave that page. I just want to make sure I can see who all is here. Apologies. I'm on a very old little MacBook Air, but I wanted to do it in this room because we have. This is the Washburn room, or at least this is the Washburn wall. And I've got my buddy Teddy over here to help me out tonight. Say hi, Teddy. He's useless. He just knocks stuff over and breaks stuff. So let everybody on Facebook know that we have a different stream now. And yeah, that's just how it's going to have to be. So I can't see your comments yet because I have the world's slowest machine right now trying to stream and load the stuff here. So please bear with me, and I appreciate your patience. I know you guys have been bearing with me for at least 50 or 48 minutes while we tried to get things going. So let me just go to Facebook and let people know that it was updated. I'm going to update the post as well. Let's go ahead and remove that link. Remove the attempt to try to stream to Facebook, because I think I have to pay for that. So here we go. We are live. All right. And yes, I can see the chat. Hello, world. I have one viewer. It's probably Diego or Remco. One of those guys. But I'm going to disappoint you not only being late, but with my horrible playing. Live now. Not Love Joe. Oh, gosh. I'm loving autocorrect right now. Everything I type correctly in the last week, at least, it corrects or it changes to another word. I type a correct word like gone, and it'll change it to tone. Or actually, usually I'm typing tone because it has something to do with guitar, and it's changing it to gone or something like that. Changed streams. All right. We lost our one. Oh, I was the one concurrent viewer, probably. And yeah, that's that. I'm just gonna message a few other folks if they feel like joining. And that's that. So, anywho, enough of that computer nonsense, streaming nonsense. Let me put my headphones on so I can hear myself and make sure that you're hearing me. How's that for audio? Oh, all right. We got a viewer. It must be Diego or Remco or somebody. Hi. All right. So I'll repeat myself now that there's people watching. Apologies sincerely for the technical delays. I'm using, I almost don't even want to move it, a little old 13-inch MacBook Air. That's my only laptop at the moment. Well, Mac laptop. I have a work Windows machine. Obviously not going to use that for this. But in any case, I wanted to be in here. This is, we'll call this Studio B. where I usually stream from is next door, which we'll call Studio A, because that is the main room. That has my iMac, it has the racks and my studio monitors and everything. This is like, I just consider the live room because, as you can see, it's got 4x12s and there's DJ stuff over there, and my whole microphone locker is over here. So if you watch the studio tour, hey Remco, what's up, brother? Volume is really low. Okay. I just didn't want to blow anyone's eardrums out. Whoa, that's probably way too much. Check, check, check. Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for the feedback. So, yeah, over here is mic locker and everything. So if you watch the studio tour, you'll see that room. Sorry for the squeaky drum throne I'm on. That room is the main room that has the iMac and everything else. And this room has all the 4x12 cabinets and a bunch of other stuff. So, thanks, brother, for joining in. Appreciate it, mate. Hope all is well. I think we were supposed to connect on a call this afternoon, and we didn't. So I don't know if that was my fault or you got busy. But in any case, yeah. Let's see. Tried to tighten that up. Maybe that will better now. Okay, cool. So, what everybody's been waiting for. First, let's just take a look at the wall behind me. So this here, this is an N4. Obviously, if you can see that in the sticker, it's an N4. This is an N7, 7-string version of that. This is an N4. This was a special one out of Japan, and I'll go through all these in more detail over the course of the next couple of years. So we got plenty of guitars to go through, but this is an N4. I think they only did like 100 of these for Japan. That's why it has the Mourning Widows inlays. It's different wood and everything, but yeah, that's still basically an N4. But if you can't see it here, but that's not a Davy spec because the Stevens is flat. More on that later. This is a custom painted N7. That's the only one of that paint job. Got off my buddy Ed Earl. And then there's an N2, an N1, another N2. Both of those are N2 tattoos. One made in Korea, one made in Japan. One made in Korea, one made in China. And then at the end, out of focus there, maybe you can see or out of the camera frame, is a Nuno Bettencourt acoustic, not the Black Festival series from back in the day. But anyway, so a little bit of history. So the N4 came out in 1991, I believe. I'm really out of it from dealing with this, but no excuse. I should know that. I'm pretty sure it was 91. Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, say lovey. There's 4 people watching, so I was only wrong in front of 4 people, and whoever else watches this later. Anyways, Nuno played that, has been playing the N4 since he designed it with Washburn. He loves it, and he doesn't need much to rock out. Volume, 3-way, whammy, no finish, nothing. He's golden, because it's all in the fingers. That's why I won't sound like Nuno, because I don't have his fingers or any of his talent. But anyways, the long story short of it is that several years ago, he met a fan that I don't know if he wanted him to sign it or whatever. I don't know. It was already signed. He bought this N4 off a fan who, if you look on YouTube, the other dude who was the original owner had a video on this whole history, but he sold it in like the late 90s or something to this other dude who sold it to Nuno. And the reason he bought it is like, wow, this one feels a little bit different than my number one and every other N4 I've played, because it was like supposedly a NAMM show, early prototype or something like that. So anyway, it had a little different neck profile. I think maybe a slightly smaller body, just little nuances. Those, all you watching, or almost all you, should be guitar players. You probably know what I'm talking about. Those fine little details, you can feel it when you play it. That's why, like, every Strat off the line doesn't feel or play exactly the same, or what have you. You could play 50 of the same model of guitar, and one will stand out to you more than another. So that's what happened with Nuno. So what Washburn did for last year's NAMM was they basically had measured and tried to replicate the speciality, the uniqueness of this, what Nuno renamed the 4N to distinguish it from the N4 he'd been playing for 20 freaking something years. So he called it the 4N instead of the N4. How creative. But that's what he's been playing on stage for a while. So last year they released the reissue or whatever replica of that, which we were supposed to get the last live stream, but I accidentally got sent the wrong guitar. And a little bit about that mishap. So what had happened was I called the music farm. Great guys, by the way. Shout out to Ken and Brian, the owner. But Ken helped sort it out. The sticker, the price tag sticker on the outer box was for the 4N and had the right information on it. The box even was written in Sharpie, said 4N. The serial number, however, was for an N4 that was the serial number in the box. The 4N I thought I was getting was actually sent to a customer in the UK. It was shipped out like 2 days before mine. You can't make this stuff up. It's too funny when you think about it. But anyway, that was stuck in customs, and with everything going on, I mean, normally it'd be like, good luck, but with everything going on, it's especially crazy. So he's like, look, and as you guys saw, if you tuned in the last live stream, the backplate was actually still signed. So the one I was supposed to get, the 4N, was a NAMM show used in the booth, NAMM show model that they had Nuno sign at the show, and then they bought it and brought it to the store. But the N4 that I accidentally received still had a signed backplate. So Ken's like, look, before you ship it back to us, why don't you keep the backplate? Which is cool, because then it's one less thing I have to bring to Nuno to get signed next time I'm planning to be somewhere he is, which probably won't be anytime soon now that none of us are going out. So he's like, and then send us the blank when you get the thing. So, short story long, we're not going to get the one that I was supposed to get, that specific serial from the UK. Forget about it. He's like, I can just have, Washburn actually happens to have 4Ns, a few of them in stock. They can drop ship it to you. Is that fine? I'm like, sure. I just want a 4N. It's about the feel, the size, all that. And hey, this is brand new. It wasn't hanging on the show floor. Although it would have been, like, NAMM show one would have been kind of cool, because then, Nuno probably demoed it or something in the show, or at the show, I should say. But in any case, let's open this bad boy up. All right. So, drum roll. All right. Try to do this without hitting the microphone if I can. It's very tight in here. All right. Excalibur. Look at that bad boy. By the way, I hope everything's in focus, because I can't see worth a shit even with my LASIK, that little screen. Yes, this is in fact a 4N. Looks like, smells like, feels like a 4N, and it is. So we got some adjustment tools here, key, and the most important part, the whammy bar. Let's go ahead and throw this sucker in, so then we can try to put this case away. If I wanted to be less dramatic, I would have just taken it out of the case and put it on a stand here. But now I got to deal with this situation. Okay, so let's slowly move over here and transfer on hands. Look at that. I won't speak too soon, but maybe I will. We haven't knocked anything over this stream. Because Teddy's in frickin' timeout. Timeout Teddy for frickin' knocking shit over. Got my handy dandy Relay G10 here. What's up, Chris? My mate, Chris Barclay. Oh, that sounds more British than New Zealand, but he's from way down under, where the Kiwis live. He's in New Zealand, so thanks, Chris, for tuning in. Let me just get a pic that's under my cables here. We'll put that cover plate on in a minute. All right. It's fucking gonna be loud. Maybe I should turn this down. Well, I guess it would be nice. I'm just playing. I'm not going to do that. Although that is a good song. I don't know how I landed on that one. So you know what's funny is that, like, I got people in Variax land complaining about, like, the plink, as they call it, or clang tone. And it's just like extra resonances either from behind the headstocks or trim springs or whatever. My Nags guitar has like the loudest resonance, sympathetic resonance in other areas of the guitar. Larry Mitchell says he loves it. It bothers me, but bothers me, I think, probably more than the clang tone bothers Variax people, because I don't really hear that at all. But if you listen to this, you hear that, whoa, that's, I believe, the trim springs. Can you hear it? It's only for a second there, because it's probably touching my belly, my fat belly. You hear that, whoa, 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 whoa? That's, if it stops, I think, sooner, because it has an open, it doesn't have a trim cover. So, with the Davies spec that this is, and I'm going to turn this up again. I turned it down because this amp's going to be loud, but we like it loud. Yeah. Nice, man. Thanks for tuning in, Chris. I like tuning into your stuff. I wish I could beam you over here just to play and demo this for me with your mad skills. But yeah, the Davies spec, this was not routed for the trim cover. So if there were a trim cover on here, which is not, because Nuno, I guess, leaves it off, it would be sitting proud of the body, not flush with the body. So you can see there's no routing there. The other thing, this jack, it's like, you're standard little barrel without the little plate on it. There's some sanding marks. These are intentional because, I guess, as the story goes, I think the dude took some sandpaper to it to take the grime off and ended up shaving it down a little bit, the original owner. And supposedly the neck profile is a little bit thinner. My wife only has 5% battery. She should charge her phone. Thanks. I'm glad I made somebody laugh, Chris. But you can see, like, all this, I don't normally go for the relic thing. Like, even this N4 behind me, this is the N4 Vintage, I believe it's called, because it's slightly relic, not relic, but it's just a little grimy. Like, you can see the blackness, right? But it's still, like, pretty pristine. the N4, I believe it's authentic, has like the D tuna, has like really relicking and wear on it. The sticker is like worn off and everything. Like, as that's supposed to be the one that was Nuno's number one before this, which, sorry, I'm a little low here. Let me see if I can move this seat up. Oh, yes, I can. Maybe that's a little bit better. Sorry about that. So yeah, that was his number one before this. So all this relicking here, like this is heavy, like like you can feel that, you know. This is supposed to be from all the use he's given it over the years, which is way less years than he played the N4. Uh-oh, what happened? Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What happened? Let's unplug that for a second. Let me know if the stream looks good, because it looks like it's a little lagged here. Maybe it's improved. Oh, wait a second. How's it looking now? Chris, let me know. You're my seeing eye dog. Hopefully it's good. I don't know how far behind this is. Far Behind, that's a great song by Candlebox. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's do a neck comparison between this and the N4. Oh, now it says excellent connection, so I'm going to trust it. I tried to do this last stream, but since I was comparing the Nelly to the N4, but I'm gonna do it with the same hand, so it's not cheating. Watch me as I stroke my guitar's neck. Asthma, it's stroking it. Okay, it's good there. Thanks, man. I totally just do this streaming shit for fun, so I don't really care. Okay, I think I've got a feel for that neck. Feels a little flatter than a Fender neck. Yes, this totally, I can feel it instantly. This is thinner a little bit. I think about the same width. Let's try to do this real quick here. Shit, I should have brought my calipers up from downstairs. Could have measured it. But it's probably ever so slight. Maybe next time we'll do an in-depth analysis. But yeah, especially like when you get down into this area here, right there. You know, this stays pretty consistent thickness throughout, whereas this one definitely gets it's even thinner up here, but is definitely thinner here than this one. Yeah, I can totally feel it. It's not a placebo effect or a fucking Jedi mind trick. So, yeah, anyways, I thought that I would do it in this room. So we had all the Washburns, which, by the way, you can't see it because it's facing this way. It's on a wall behind this closet, facing the door, but the Nelly is right there, which we can bust out too. But anyway, I love this Nuno signature Randall amp, which I don't think they make anymore, but this is one of the best tube amps I've ever heard in my life. I haven't owned that many, but I've recorded a lot of tube amps in the studio, just about every kind you can imagine, except for like some crazy expensive dumbbells or something. But yeah, I love it because I say the indicator of a great amp is its clean channel. So let's give you the neck pickup here. I'm going to turn down this mic. These pickups are kind of hot, so I think it was even dirtying that up a little bit. Should probably try to tune this up before I started playing. I'm like, this is not in tune. Duh, I just pulled it out of the box. Duh. Oh, we're all over the map here. Like, oh, I love that they came factory a half step down, just like Nuno has it. It's a little off, but it's a half step down. Which means the polytune part of this doesn't work because it thinks it's like way out of tune. It's like it's not that far out. See how much travel we get out of these fine tuners. There we go. Good enough for government work, that's what I always say. Who's what's up, brother? Yeah, this is a 4N, but there's an N4 behind me. Is that, sorry, I can't see. I think I was staring at the computer too many hours a day. My eyes have been all jacked up. Keone Hernandez, thanks, brother. Yeah, the Stevens is great. It's as great as that N4 behind me. So this is a 4 Quattro Nueve. I don't know. That was a joke for Diego if he's watching. Sorry, I just wanted you to hear the clean channel before I go dirty with it. Don't expect any Chris Barclay shredding out of me. Sorry, I have a little mic stand to set this up so it's not in the optimal position, but let me take my headphone out. My wife's not gonna like that. My wife won't like that, but who cares? was the middle position. No wonder it was so muddy. That was a solo boost. I think for some reason these pickups sound a little different than the N4. Alright, what do we got here? Nuno still play these amps? No, he plays a Marshall, probably backline rented. And he still uses his GT100 and some other pedals like a Rat. Arun, hope to see me shred sometime. Yeah, with some more practice. But let me see. I was working on this exercise. I'm not used to playing like on my friggin' right leg either, but let's see if I can do this. It's like this weird triplet thing. Maybe I shouldn't attempt it on here, but no, I'm not going to attempt it. I'm not even warmed up. Thanks, man. So back. You know what? I'm going to leave it on this drive channel. I want to see how the N4 sounds. I may have to adjust the pickup height on this. Of course, I left the tuner on there. The tuner. Oh yeah, this neck feels way different. Tone is about the same. Yeah, as I suspected, this neck pickup's a little lower. I think the bridge pickup's a little higher on this one. I was going to use the Helix, but I wanted to mess with this amp a little bit. Let me listen to it in the room. I think we do actually have a tube issue. Let's do a little diagnostics. I was feeling there was a little slop in there. This amp's usually way tighter. This is why I don't use tube amps anymore. That's better. Who's that? Yeah, there we go. Let's see how that sounds in the headphones. Way tighter. written by my buddy in high school. But yeah, way tighter. Sorry, way tighter. Yeah, something was up with that tube. Thankfully, I had this handy VU meter, and it wasn't moving at all, even though we had volume, so... Now you're getting a lot of mic bleed from here. That's getting really loud. Way better. Okay. Now we're good. Now that we've solved our tube amp issues. Do a little jazz for you. Do little fingers. All right, let's go back to the 4N. It's friggin' hot in here. We need the AC cranking up. So, you guys got any questions? Anything? Let me make sure the stream is still going. Let me get off Wi-Fi. One second here. Oh, that's working. I hear myself. Okay. I'm going to try to switch to Wi-Fi, but I probably shouldn't do that. As I suspected, this pickup's a little higher, thus a little hotter. Let's try that again. I like that. That's smooth. Let's do both pickups. I like it. So, what do you guys think? The 4N. I'm really loving this neck profile, and I'm totally getting why Nuno decided to buy this, not this, but this model off of the fan, because it's definitely way more comfortable to play. The only extreme song I could probably do, and not even that well, is the one nobody here wants to listen to. And that was on acoustic anyway, but it actually sounds pretty good on here. I really like this song clean. I know like you guys are all shredders into like heavy distortion. So am I. And I love Nuno's heavy tones, but this thing just clean. Sign of a good guitar and a good amp with working tubes now. Just realized I got my Zeppelin shirt on. Like I do. Since all guitar centers are closed because they laid off all their employees. Sorry, everybody. Anyway. Actually, I think because we're a half step down, it should be. Little scar tissue for you guys. Scarred from my 50-minute late stream. See who we got on here. Somebody say something. I think that's a song or something. Oh, great. Doug, you're live when I'm live. If you want to see some real guitar playing, go check out Doug's stream. He's playing the Morello Soul Power Strat. I'm restreaming him through my stream. I'm going to text him right now. Listen to that squeal. Doug's my pseudo guitar teacher. Well, not pseudo anymore. Now I've got something to... I'm going to chat in his chat. I'm streaming your stream through my stream. The universe will implode. Oh my God, listen to those squeals. Check out Doug Doppler. That's what I need. I need backing tracks. I hate playing just solo guitar unless I'm playing acoustic. Oh, I think Doug saw my message. I can't show that up. I shouldn't even try. But one trick that I learned from Doug, thanks Chris on the nice cleans, that I learned from Doug was to target strings. So if I can control my volume here, basically you mute all the strings you don't want to hit with your other fingers, and then you target the open string like. Harmonic's a little different here. Or you could do it open and then kind of harmonic it on the way up. Anyway, my wife's probably like, what the fuck's going on up there? But, by the way, I'm just going straight into this amp if you couldn't tell. Go listen to Doug. Don't listen to me. I better not see anybody on the stream. Doug Doppler. Listen, look at that. I'm not even going to attempt anything. The only tapping I can do is a little bit of this. There's no noise gate here if you couldn't tell. My tapping is so bad. So out of practice. But before I go, let's go ahead and change this backplate to the signed one while we listen to Doug shred. So at least you guys will have something decent to listen to. There you go. I hope this isn't copyright infringement. But an interesting thing about this, as I was taking the cover off, I noticed that Nuno had signed over the screw, so I made sure that that screw was still in that hole. So once we get it in there, we'll have to make sure it lines up to match, which is right there. I don't think you guys can see that, but I love Doug's music, so this is a nice touch. Doug Doppler, ladies and gentlemen. This is from his, I believe, his record Doppler Inc. or Doppler Incorporated. He also has a album called The Doppler Effect. Both are in the bookcase just behind this camera. So I need about 10,000 more lessons from him. Actually, I just need about 10,000 hours more practice. Top of the 5 I've had total to get to that level. Whoa! Could probably do better guitar with my mouth sound effects than I can with my fingers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice a song all the way through, and then I'm going to do a video, not live, of me playing that whole song, so I could at least play something decent for you all. You all, not y'all. I'm not from the South. So what's interesting is this cover has not pan head, but oval head. So they're countersync on the bottom, but they're oval on the top. Whereas the one off the N4 that I got, which I hope fits, these are all completely countersunk, so they're flat on the top. You go, Doug. Who couldn't listen to that all day, every day? Hey, it fits perfectly. Actually, it fits better, I think, than the N4 that I got it off of. Because that was, like, uber tight. And the drill hole pattern lines up and everything. So this, we've now confirmed, is unchanged from the N4. Wow, we got more people. Must be because there's actually decent music playing. That's not me. That's Doug Doppler, for whoever just tuned in. I'm using one of my new Husky Phillips #1 screwdrivers. It's important to use the right size screwdriver to avoid stripping the head. He's just showing off. Doug can't help but play at 5 times light speed anytime he picks up a guitar. Okay, so when I tighten this screw, the signature ink did not line up, so I'm going to back it out just a hair so it lines up. There we go. And let's put in the other 2 screws. You go, Doug. I'm promoting you. Don't take down my video for copyright infringement. I'm not trying to steal your music. I'm just trying to give listeners something pleasant to listen to and promote yours. All right, I'm going to show you guys a close-up of this in a minute. So I get this last screw in. It's like 9,000 degrees in here. You don't want to, as I learned as a kid, you don't want to put in any of these covers or anytime you're screwing screws into guitars with, well, not anytime, but typically you don't want to use powered tools because you're going to strip either the head, the wood, or both. We could jam over that. We should loop that. Oh, Doug's done, maybe. No, he's still live. He's just got a white screen. Good night, Doug. You rock. Holy moly. Damn right. Guy's a beast. So I think he is maybe going offline. Yep, he did. So Doug, if you're tuning in, thanks for the excellent music for the listeners here. So I'm going to give you guys a close-up so you lose audio from my annoying voice. But you can see that was the screw. Sorry, it's out of focus, and this is on manual focus. But let's see here. Yep, that screw right there, and the B was the one we had to line up for, so it's accurate here. Cool. Well, we got 3 folks still on. Whoever's here, say something in the chat so I can say bye to you. I appreciate you tuning in. And, yeah. There was a thing called coronavirus. Let me turn this up. I'm inspired by Reggie Watts. I watched him do a Electro-Harmonix looper demo last night. There was this thing called coronavirus, and it plagued the world. There was this thing, coronavirus. Hey, Steve, thanks for tuning in. You didn't tune in mad late. I just started mad late, so we're in sync. Thing coronavirus, it not stop the economy. But that little coronavirus could not stop me from streaming horrible music to the world. And I think my tube is going out again. But that's okay, 'cause it's time to go. Thank you everybody for tuning in, 'cause you had no place else to go because of the coronavirus. That's all, folks. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in to my horrible attempt at streaming and playing. But it's been fun. As long as we're laughing, it's fun. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Remco. Thank you, Doug, for your music. Thank you, Keone Hernandez. Thank you, Billy Bob 802. No, I don't know who the hell it was. Later, brother. We got to ride sometime soon. Peace in the Middle East and everywhere across the globe. Take care, everyone. Rock on.